Guys, as always, I have to tell you the truth. My dogs, they bit me. I'm in a lot of pain. That's the truth. That's the truth. Now, the irony is, it wasn't the big dogs. It was the puppies. Let me tell you the story. People live. Hold on. I'm gonna put a band-aid on this. People, look at that there. That's a puppy did that. A puppy, not even 6 months old. It's hurting. I'm in pain. That's the truth. It hurts. Let's fuck my thumb. Let me pause this. Put a band-aid on and tell you about it, okay? So, let me be very clear in telling you this. Some people asked, have my dogs ever bit me? And the truth is no, my dogs haven't. People have asked about Bam Bam and other dogs. And let me be very clear in saying, most people are not breeding better dogs. Now this was my fear, to be clear. And here's what I'm afraid of. Baloo is a timid, scary, frightened dog. And with him comes epigenetic traits that reek of fear. And a fearful dog, a frightened dog, is a dangerous dog. And let me tell you what happened. A friend of mine let the dogs out, use the bathroom. See these baskets? See these bags right here? I'm literally cooking bacon, about to make some dinner. And I literally gonna make a bacon vinaigrette. And I'm sitting right here while the bacon's cooking. See this bacon? So all you gotta do is let the back door open, let them walk out. They come up and come out the door and they start hollering at me. I'm sitting here. I'm not even saying nothing to them. So I get up and they go into an irate state. I try to pick Chacha up. She nips at me. Oh, wow. Fear? You're afraid of me? The one who feeds and takes care of you? I mean, you guys have seen I love these dogs to death. They're fine. I'm not. And set them down. I go outside to use the bathroom. I go back out there. They're fine. I try to pick Bam Bam. He runs to the room. He's in such a heightened state of rage that he can't function. He's the one that got me good. Fear is one of the most dangerous things on earth. And if you've lived, you know what fear can do to a person. Now, I repeat. Look at the salmon back there. Show them the salmon. Set that out. Got the apples. All the stuff. I'm getting the stuff situated. Heck, I even got the trout I just put in here to feed them tonight. Bought from Costco. And I go to pick them up, put them outside, because I'm like, yo, what's wrong with these dogs? And they're losing their crap. Now, mind you, I repeat, I'm not even raising my voice. I don't yell. Yelling actually encourages the dog to feed off of that energy. So when you do get in a heightened state, you don't want fear to set in. You don't want to yell because you excite them more, which can lead to a bigger problem. Now, people have asked before about my dogs. And let me be very clear in saying this. Tron's a timid dog, but I know Tron wouldn't hurt anybody. That's the beauty about it. So you work Tron down the pedigree, and as I said before, you want to breed a better Tron because he's the most loving dog. And realistically, Ego is too. Ego's not completely dog friendly, and he's a little weary of people at times, but he's okay. Look at that. So, I repeat, when you're looking at all of what it looks like to ensure people's safety, and mind you, I'm not worried about, I know how to work through these problems. And I spend a lot of time with the dogs. Am I worried about any other dogs? Absolutely not. The problem is this, to be very clear. I've now put a lot of confidence in these dogs. And I said in a video the other day, on TikTok I believe, and I put it in our shorts, that we messed up. The dogs have not gotten out to see enough of the world, so they are fearful. They're running up to people and they're barking, all the things that I'm scared of. For them, not everybody else's dog. Xena, saw an episode with her. Cowboy. Every other dog that we put in place is Tut. Everybody, these are the best dogs in the world. They don't have what these dogs have. So I repeat, I take the most problematic dogs. When people look at the dogs, oh, this is the best dog. Tut's never going to give anybody any issues. Cowboy's never going to get anybody any issues. He might protect himself against a dog, but I trust those dogs. So believe it or not, I've kept the dogs who are most problematic, can potentially cause the most harm, and because I know how to breed away from it and could keep fixing them, we'll better them. That's the truth. We'll better the dogs. And each dog will get better. But while everybody is looking at a dog, for the ones that hit me up about color and all that other stuff, I'm more concerned with behaviors, because most people don't consider behavior as one of the most important factors. Had this happened to anyone else, they would be afraid. Me? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to work through it, to figure out, to better the dogs. And if Ego was out, it'd have been a different story. He wouldn't allow that. And that's also a fear too, because if they begin to harass me, and he doesn't like it, and he corrects them, then he puts more fear in him. Because Ego's my guy. And Zara would have, one of them might not have made it. If they attack me, she's not having nobody hurt me. That's my favorite girl. So, have my dogs ever bit me? I'll tell you one thing, this is the first. And I raise pit bulls. These are not pit bulls, they're bullies. But let me be very clear, and I don't want to have to give credit where it's due. But I know that Terrell over there at the D-Line, I've watched his videos for a year, coming back into the bully space, and I saw him talk about it. Then I met a few people, and I saw a few dogs in the ring that were what we call hot. And people think it's cool. But again, when you breed or you have fearful dogs, dogs that feel like they need to protect themselves, they have no reason to protect themselves against me. I'm not done anything to those dogs. I don't even raise a hand to the dogs because I don't want them to get hurt. And I need them to do different various levels of work, so I need them to trust me. Tonight was one of those days. That's a step back, that's the truth. And now I have 100 steps moving forward to try to manage both behaviors and their overall well-being. Now let me be very clear. If I see this type of behavior in a dog this early on, I'll never trust them. That's the truth. Which is why when people are like, oh, I love Bam Bam and Cha Cha, they're puzzle pieces. And they're not even a part of the puzzle. They are key factors in ensuring that I get to our 5-year plan, because I know how to breed. But they are not a part of the puzzle. When the puzzle's being put together, the picture is being formed, and eventually you want to see this idea you have come to fruition. And let me walk you through this. Zara's a dog who's super confident and at times overzealous. She's got prey drive. I'm not talking about her looks, because that's, oh, she's a beautiful dog. She is. I can control her, and that's that. But lose a scary dog who's insecure, defensive. So you double up, you match these things, but he's calm, cool, and collected. So a good portion of the dogs are going to take on his demeanor and behavior and be manageable, because most people aren't going to ask the dogs to do what I'm asking them to do. And then you have, let's see, Zara, who balances it out but contributes to other factors that could potentially, like you didn't see it, bring what we call the devil out in the dog. And that's kind of what happened. And tonight was an indicator that, unfortunately, once again, I was right. I literally, kid you not, let me find it in my phone so you can see firsthand what I said the other day about us messing up. So here we go. Let's make sure you can see this. Guys, so right now, see, it's 2:23. Can they see that? This is 2 miles we put on the dogs. Yesterday. Nature preserve. I would encourage you to get out. Make sure your dog sees as much as possible. Let me be very clear saying we've made a few errors here. We didn't get the dogs out enough. They're a little barky at people. I don't like that. They're a little jumpy. I don't like that. Ego, by the time he was 10 weeks old, had been up here 3 times a day, walking a mile and some change. Tron, as soon as I got him, it was the same thing. They're behind. in terms of human interaction. So we'll be going to Farmers Market, doubling down on coming up here to Arbor Hill, making sure their conditioning stays up, and building both our bond and communication. Whatever you do, you want to avoid bad behavior at all costs. Start as early as possible, especially after they got their shots. Get them out, showing them the world, so they can stay calm and be confident in all situations. Stay tuned, take care of your dogs. We have to do better. See, I'm not making it up. When I saw some of the things I saw, it made me sick, to be clear. I could borderline shed a tear because of how sick I am, because just yesterday, you saw in the video, I just told you, and that you could see the frustration in my eyes. I go, these dogs have got some terrible behaviors, and it's our fault. I didn't get them out enough. They're going on the 4-month mark, and they're jumpy. They're scary. And we're talking to people walking past. They bark at everything already. Ego and Tron still don't bark. Someone like me, again, I said I'm obsessed with performance. Now, mind you, Cowboy, who's out in Florida, I think Jamarcus is doing a good job at Tut. He's a very independent thinker, but during the time where he needed to like double on him, we was debating if we was gonna keep him, sell him. So he spent a lot of time on his own as an individual. But as I repeat, there are some errors that have been made, and this is the outcome. So who am I to be mad at, the dogs or myself? Because I, of all people, know better. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what's in the bully. I know what's in the pit bull. I know what can become of the dog if you don't take care of the dog. And we've taken care of the dog emotionally even, and food-wise, and lived a great life. And we'll continue to do so. But I've made some errors, and I don't like a scary dog. I've said it in the video prior to this one. Prior to this video, I said it about, getting out the playground. I can't, and I've said it many times if you've been watching, and I know you guys have been watching. But I'm not happy, and I'm not upset at them. I'm more mad at myself. And I want to make sure you guys understand too, when getting a bully and a dog, where a beautiful dog gets us all excited. You got a long time with these dogs, right? About 10 years. Long time with these dogs, if it's God's will and everything goes right. You want to get them under control, because believe it or not, they're animals. I've literally put my hand in Ego's mouth when he's chewing on a chicken bone, raw to be clear, and I've never been concerned about Ego. I'll never trust these puppies, to be clear. I will trust them to follow directions. I will trust them and get them under the utmost control. The commands will be in full effect. They will never, to be clear, ever go to anybody else's house. They will live and die under my possessions, to be clear, because of what I saw tonight. And that's also me saying, even if you want to pet home after you basically put them a part of your program, I could never put them anywhere else because I don't trust them. Not with people. Not with people outside of me. And that's because I'm going to do a lot of work. So, stay tuned, take care of your dogs. Thank you for watching. My job is to be honest, tell you the truth, paint vivid pictures of things that are happening in some respect real time. And if you have questions, ask them. Doesn't make these dogs bad dogs. I'm not even worried about their behavior in the future. I know what needs to happen. I know how to breed it, because believe me, these are dogs that are bred, but all the dogs have their issues, just like us humans. It's your job, our job, my job, to work through it and around it and to better them. And that's not a hard process. But just tonight alone, I would never let these dogs go anywhere outside of our kennel club, to be clear. Nobody who's not in our kennel, who does not spend time with these dogs, would I ever trust to deal and manage these dogs. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share.